The ending of Kabhi Main Kabhi Tum is a landmark moment in television, as audiences across the country filled theaters to watch Mustafa and Sharjeena's journey come to a close. From start to finish, this series wasn't just a story about love or family. It delved deeply into themes of insecurity, ambition, favoritism, and resilience. Mustafa and Sharjeena's relationship was tested repeatedly, challenging their love and individual beliefs as they faced emotional, social, and economic hurdles. The intense hype surrounding the finale grew from cliffhangers and teasers that often hinted at tragedy, first suggesting that Sharjeena might not survive her pregnancy complications, and later through a leaked clip that showed Mustafa in what looked like a fatal confrontation. These moments amplified fan anticipation, with many convinced that one or both characters would meet a tragic end. Yet in a twist, the finale delivered a message of hope, resilience, and redemption, leaving a lasting impact on viewers who had become deeply invested in these characters' lives. From the beginning, Mustafa's insecurities drove his every decision. Constantly pressured by his parents' favoritism toward his wealthier, more successful brother Adeel, Mustafa felt that he was never enough. His parents' admiration for Adeel and his wife Rabab created a rift, treating Mustafa and Sharjeena as second-class family members simply because they didn't bring in the same kind of financial success. Mustafa's parents even went so far as to kick the couple out of the family home, after Rabab falsely accused them of theft. This favoritism spurred Mustafa's ambition, driving him to pursue wealth at all costs. And in doing so, he lost sight of what really mattered, the love and support of his wife. Only Sharjeena saw his potential and stood by him unconditionally, even during their most difficult times when they had nothing. But when Sharjeena needed him most, as she struggled through her pregnancy and emotional pain, Mustafa was nowhere to be found, absorbed in his pursuit of validation and success. The pregnancy ended in a heartbreaking miscarriage, symbolizing the toll Mustafa's neglect had taken on both Sharjeena and their relationship. Meanwhile, Adeel's storyline mirrored Mustafa's, but reached a very different conclusion. Adeel, once proud and powerful, was brought to his knees by his own arrogance and greed. He embezzled funds from his wife's company, betrayed her with her best friend, and manipulated his family to maintain his lifestyle. But his fall from grace was steep. The once respected son was eventually jailed for his crimes, stripped of his status and the luxuries he once took for granted. In a striking twist, Adeel found himself desperate and pleading for his father's help, only to be refused. His father, previously complicit in enabling Adeel's behavior, was now willing to let him face the consequences, while his mother struggled with the reality of her son's harsh treatment in jail. The contrast between Mustafa and Adeel became painfully clear in these final episodes. While Adeel prioritized his self-interest and ambition, Mustafa's heart led him to do the right thing for his family, even after all the harm Adeel had caused him. Ultimately, Mustafa bailed Adeel out of jail, not because Adeel deserved it, but because Mustafa couldn't bear to see his mother suffer. This moment of grace highlighted Mustafa's growth and integrity, emphasizing his compassion and strength in the face of betrayal. But Mustafa's choices and his family's apologies weren't enough to fix everything. Sharjeena, deeply wounded by Mustafa's neglect and the mistreatment she endured, remained strong in her convictions. Despite Mustafa's family pleading with her to return, she refused, setting a boundary that showed how far she had come in reclaiming her self-worth. She had stood by Mustafa in their darkest moments, yet when she needed him most, he had abandoned her. This decision to stand firm was empowering, offering a message of resilience and self-respect. In the midst of this emotional journey, Mustafa's reconciliation with his parents was particularly moving. When Mustafa presented his father with the deed to the family home, a home Adeel had pressured his father to sell to feed his greed, it was a powerful symbol of restoration. Mustafa, once seen as a failure, had now secured the family legacy, earning his father's respect in a way that no amount of wealth could replicate. The story culminated in a heartfelt reunion between Mustafa and Sharjeena, set in the very place where they first fell in love. Their meeting was bittersweet as they reflected on the good memories they'd shared and the person Mustafa once was, carefree, unburdened by the need for validation. Sharjeena voiced her pain, pointing out that Mustafa's relentless pursuit of success had turned him into someone she no longer recognized. Mustafa, with the weight of his mistakes clear on his shoulders, admitted that he too had lost sight of the person he once was. Their emotional exchange was raw and honest, encapsulating the struggles that had threatened to pull them apart. And when they finally reconciled, both apologizing and embracing, it was a powerful reminder of the strength of their bond. They had faced their worst fears and lost each other in the process, yet they chose to forgive, grow, and start anew. The finale, with all its ups and downs, provided a satisfying closure that resonated deeply with viewers. While the baiting tactics may have heightened suspense, the drama ultimately stayed true to its message, delivering a story of forgiveness, redemption, and love. Mustafa and Sharjeena's journey offered hope to viewers, showing that love can overcome even the greatest challenges, so long as both people are willing to grow, reflect, and forgive. The ending wasn't just a happy conclusion. It was a celebration of resilience, a beacon of hope for young couples everywhere, that no matter the trials they face, love and understanding can prevail.